It's time for good energy, and I'm Dr. Julie, and welcome to Bodyful Day. I'm trying to find it. It's a little hard here with the light. 247. Today we are talking about shoulder pain and the senses. This is day 2 of shoulder pain in the senses, and we are talking about the sense of taste. Today we're going to cover how you can end up with shoulder pain with the sense of taste, and how you can also provide some healing from shoulder pain by using the sense of taste. So let's go ahead and start with our basics. Take a deep breath in and release. Deep breath in, expand in the belly, expand in the chest, expand in the sinuses, and release. I'm going to give this just a little bit, not less light, a little bit more light. And release. And now, because we are talking about the sense of taste, it's hard to connect, but if there are any flavors that when you have them, you can kind of feel just overall shoulder achiness, think about that and take a deep breath in and release. All right, it is a chilly one out here tonight. We are talking about shoulder pain and the senses. And the shoulder pain that we're talking about can be any type of shoulder pain. Yesterday, when we talked about the sense of sight, we talked about how we could use the eye muscles to manipulate the bones of the skull, which might relieve some stress because the shoulder is so complicated. It goes from the skull, base of the skull, through the neck and into the rib cage and the thoracics. And it can actually go all the way down to the sacrum, because the sacrum has a lat, the very base of the sacrum attaches to the lat and goes all the way up into the shoulders. So the shoulder itself is influenced not just by the vertebrae that are in and around, but are influenced all the way down by the sacrum and the hip function. So if anything is off, the shoulder can be totally off. Now, we talked about the sense of sight and how we can use our eye muscles to help out. Today we're going to talk about the sense of taste. Now, what's interesting about shoulder pain and the sense of taste is that there is one stressor that can really set off shoulder pain taste-wise. Now, I'm sort of cheating because it's not really taste, but it's actually digestion. There is a significant correlation, and in fact, it's a known referral point from the gallbladder, which is over here on the right side, to refer to shoulder pain on the back side of that right shoulder blade. So on the back side of the right shoulder blade, or just on the inside, there is a significant referral between gallbladder function and that right shoulder. So when we think about what the gallbladder does, the gallbladder helps us digest fats. So foods that are high in fat, if you notice shoulder pain after you eat foods that are high in fat, you may start to be curious about the function of your gallbladder. So shoulder pain, right shoulder pain. I've been doing the left all the time. Right shoulder pain, gallbladder. Wrong side. I'm used to mirroring my patients when I do televisits. So right shoulder, right gallbladder, that can give you right shoulder pain. And sorry. You can also get some shoulder pain referral from the stomach. So if the stomach is upset, the stomach, and according to the spine innervation, is innervated by T10. And T10 is middle of the spine. So you can, if you have issues with digestion, like issues with heartburn and acid reflux, you can get left shoulder pain as well. So the foods that we eat, if our digestion isn't proper, we're going to end up referring to those shoulders and causing shoulder pain. So those are our stressors: fats, and maybe acidity, or eating the wrong foods that you can't, or eating too much food, that can cause shoulder pain. But we can also get good energy in. And we've talked about this before with foods. We've talked about the idea that fats need to be emulsified. Bile, which comes out of our gallbladder, is what helps us emulsify fats and allow them to be digested in our body. So if we have problems, if we have recurrent right shoulder pain when we are eating fats, then that is an indication that we need to start adding emulsifiers to our fats before we eat, or as we eat them. So one of the key emulsifiers you can think of is apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is really good at emulsifying because it's an acid. Lemon juice is another. Grapefruit juice is another. Lime juice is another. All of those citrus fruits, vinegars and citrus fruits are very good at emulsifying fats, which then help the gallbladder to absorb, or help the fat to emulsify and be better absorbed in your body. Less stress on the gallbladder. So apple cider vinegar, citrus fruits. The other thing that comes up that's actually really good for digesting fats is dill. Think about anything that you would normally put on eggs or salmon. A little bit of paprika, a little bit of dill, a little bit of lemon, a little bit of lime. These are things that are really good for helping digest fats. So if you have recurrent right shoulder pain and you notice it seems to come about after you eat fatty meals, then start using some emulsifiers while you're eating. You don't have to put them with your food. Sometimes you can just have them after. So if you're having a fatty meal, have a glass of orange juice or a glass of lemonade afterwards, or have a squeeze of lemon on your fish. That will work really well too. If you are experiencing acid reflux and maybe too much to eat, how can we do flavors that way? A lot of people do swear by apple cider vinegar to help with digestion. Now, we've already talked about this in terms of acid reflux. We talked about acid reflux being a problem of not enough acid. So if we're thinking about lowering shoulder pain because of acid reflux, having a little bit of apple cider vinegar as you're eating your food may actually be helpful. But we can also go back to those digestive bitters. That will also help with the shoulder pain. That's a very distinct flavor. Those sour and bitters will actually help reduce your shoulder pain because you're helping your digestion. All right, so we've got stressors based on food today that can actually physically correlate with shoulder pain. But we also have solutions that we can use. So we're going to dive into a different sense tomorrow, but I always love shoulders because they really do. They span the entire spine. So something off in a hip can actually trigger the opposite shoulder to have dysfunction. All right, well, let's finish this off. Let's take a deep breath in and release. And I'll see you out here tomorrow for our third day in this series. Have a great day.